The desert stretched, endless. Sun beat down mercilessly, sand shimmered, a mirage of hope. Yet in the heart of this harsh land, Sultan Amir ruled. Known for his wisdom, his name echoed in the tents of nomads, in the bustling marketplaces, in the silent prayers of the faithful. His justice, like the desert wind, touched every corner of his realm.
Sultan Amir, a man of deep faith, believed in the power of unity. He saw his kingdom as an intricate tapestry, each tribe a thread, adding to its beauty. But lately, a shadow had fallen over his land, threatening to unravel the very fabric of his kingdom.
The grand hall, usually echoing with music and laughter, was heavy with tension. Advisors whispered amongst themselves, their faces etched with worry. The Sultan listened, his expression unreadable as his advisors presented their conflicting opinions. Some advocated for a show of force, believing that strength was the only language the warring tribes understood. Others urged caution, fearing that a harsh response would only exacerbate the situation. They proposed appeasement, offering concessions to quell the rising tide of anger. The Sultan, however, remained unconvinced. He knew that true peace could not be forged through force or appeasement. It had to come from a place of understanding, of forgiveness, of shared truth. He dismissed his advisors, seeking solace in the quiet solitude of his private chambers. There, surrounded by ancient texts and maps, he pondered upon the crisis that threatened to engulf his kingdom. He remembered a tale his grandmother, a woman known for her wisdom, used to tell him. The story spoke of two brothers who, blinded by their pride, almost destroyed their family. It was only when they learned to see the world through each other's eyes that they found peace. The Sultan knew that the tribes, much like the brothers in the story, needed to rediscover their shared history, their common ground.
Days later, the Sultan called for a grand assembly. Tribesmen, their faces etched with suspicion and mistrust, gathered in the vast courtyard. The air crackled with anticipation, the silence broken only by the occasional cough or the rustle of fabric.
When the Sultan appeared, a hush fell over the crowd. His presence, usually a source of comfort and reassurance, now carried an air of gravity. He spoke, his voice amplified by the desert silence, reaching every corner of the courtyard. He spoke of unity, of the shared history that bound the tribes, of the dangers of allowing anger and mistrust to fester. He reminded them of their ancestors, who had lived together in peace, sharing their scarce resources, finding strength in their unity. He spoke of the future, of the prosperity that awaited them if they could only learn to bridge their differences. Then he announced his decree. He would send a caravan, led by his most trusted advisor, across the vast desert. This caravan, he declared, would travel to the very heart of the conflict, to the place where the first seed of discord had been sown. Their mission, to uncover the truth behind the feud, to separate fact from fiction, to bring back a message of reconciliation.
The Sultan's decree was met with mixed reactions. Some, their hearts hardened by years of resentment, scoffed at the idea of peace. Others, weary of the conflict, dared to hope that maybe, just maybe, the Sultan's plan could work.
The Alamin and the Al-Haq, bound by the Sultan's decree, reluctantly agreed to participate. They chose their most respected elders, men known for their wisdom and impartiality, to join the caravan. These elders, carrying the weight of their tribe's expectations, were tasked with ensuring that the truth, whatever it may be, would be brought to light. The caravan, a symbol of hope in a land teetering on the brink of chaos, set off into the unforgiving desert. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The caravan, braving sandstorms and scorching heat, journeyed across the vast expanse of the Sultan's kingdom. They spoke to nomads, to traders, to hermits living in remote oases, piecing together the fragments of a story long forgotten. With each passing day, the elders, initially wary of each other, found themselves drawn together by their shared purpose. They shared stories, meals, and the burden of their responsibility, slowly building a fragile bridge of understanding.